Ladies and gentlemen, the future is now, and I think I like it. The last couple of months have been pretty big in the car world, with lots of car makers revealing their new versions of, well, futuristic cars. We got all sorts of stuff from the future of muscle cars, if you can even call them that, to, well, just refreshed versions of current models. So I'm just going to give you guys the cliff notes of some of the new revelations that have been made in the last few months. You guys have probably seen pictures of these, or at least heard of some of them. Number one on the list, we have the Dodge Charger Daytona SRT concept. So this is the one you've probably seen videos of with the artificial engine revving sounds. Which, by the way, is probably about the only thing I dislike about this car. So of course it's a completely electric car, and I guess what they're trying to do with the sound is retain the classic engine feel of it, but no. I appreciate it, but no thank you. So it's going to run on an 800 volt electrical system called the Banshee. That sounds pretty wild, huh? Dodge claims that the finished product would be faster than a Hellcat, and if we learned anything from Teslas, I don't doubt it. It comes with a beautiful new style, at least I think, and a new logo. The design mainly featuring a front opening called the R-Wing. I thought it was cool. And it's supposed to be a nod to the original 1969 Charger Daytona. So, pretty cool stuff. I love the cyberpunk type of style a lot of new cars are going for these days. For this next one, we're sticking with Dodge to check out the 2023 Dodge Hornet. Basically, it's the rebadged Alfa Romeo Tonale with a little unique Dodge styling touch and some bigger engines. Because, of course, we Americans have to do it better. I kind of came across this by accident, but the namesake actually comes from the 2006 concept Dodge Hornet. It was like a rally-inspired car, little mini SUV, if you will. It is quite the goofy looking thing, if you ask me. But we're not talking about the 2006 concept, we're talking about the 2023, the one that's actually gonna happen. The new Hornet base models are gonna be powered by a turbo 4-cylinder to make 265 horsepower. Now that's nothing to sneeze at, fellas. Some of the higher trims are actually gonna be plug-in hybrid cars. Dodge's first. The hybrid ones are gonna get a smaller turbo 4-cylinder engine to make a slight boost to 285 horsepower. And in a world where seemingly everyone gets crossovers, this is actually one that I might consider. Now, if you've been following Dodge's latest reveals, you'll know that there's more to cover. Lots of special editions coming out, like the Challenger Shakedown and Charger Super B, with even more reveals to come, but I'm just covering the bigger ones today. Next up, we're staying American, but this time we're looking at the 2024 Ford Mustang. It's, not gonna lie, it looks like a Camaro. Nonetheless, I love the new style for the 7th gen. I think it's gonna do great. Still gonna have the same turbo 4-cylinder and 5.0 V8 engines, but they're gonna be heavily updated for the new generation. And this is cool. It's gonna have some badass new features that I've never seen before. Examples are like a dedicated drifting e-brake and being able to remotely rev your engine with the key fob. Sounds like a load of fun. And of course, it's going to come with a beautifully refreshed interior. Now, I've never been really a Mustang guy, but I mean, this one gets me going. Well, probably because it looks like a Camaro. We're going super with this next car, the new 2023 Pagani Utopia. This bad boy was designed with 3 targets in mind, set by Horacio Pagani himself: simplicity, lightness, and pleasure of driving. I'd like to know how simple an oil change on that thing is. But at least they hit lightness and I would assume pleasure of driving, since it's got an AMG twin turbski V12 that pushes 851 horsepower. Sounds pretty super to me. The disclaimer is that pleasure of driving will be multiplied if you happen to choose the optional manual 7-speed gearbox as opposed to the automatic. And it's light as a feather too, weighs in at 2,822 pounds, mostly thanks to the carbo titanium core structure. I will say that I've never really personally been a fan of the Pagani style, but it sure is one hell of a car. And if you want one, I hope you have over $2 million, and well, I'd advise you to act fast because there's only 99 of these gonna be made. Now, this next one really got me excited. Is a 2023 Audi R8 GT. 333 of these rear-wheel drive special editions will be made. Of course, it's gonna have the universally loved 5.2-liter V10 that's usually in the Audi R8, but this time the power is jumping from 562 to 602 horsepower. And it comes with a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission too for some super speedy shifting. This one's truly going to be a driver's car if I've ever seen one. There are 7 settings on this new stability control, from full grip to maximum slipperiness. It's like you're driving on ice. As far as styling goes, the GT gets a carbon fiber splitter, diffuser, gooseneck wing, and more parts. It keeps consistent with the midnight black aesthetic down to the engine, which you may know is visible through the rear hatch. This looks like an absolute blast for the lucky 333 people who will come to own one of these. I'm going to end this one with a little bonus for you guys, one that I personally fell in love with. The Porsche 911 Sally Special. My god, there's only one in existence, but this thing is an absolute work of art. You remember Sally Carrera from the movie Cars? Yeah, so she's a real thing now, and she's already been auctioned off for $3.6 million, with the proceeds going to charity, of course. In the interior, it's got Cars logos all over, a Ka-chow mode button, and a picture of Sally next to an insignia on the dash that reads, Sally Special, 1 out of 1. On the exterior, it's got one-off wheels meant to represent the 996 wheels that Sally had, her distinctive Sally blue metallic color, and of course her tramp stamp too. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. I obviously didn't get everything. There's so many new cars being revealed these days. I just wanted to touch a little bit on the biggest ones. Hope you guys learned something today. At least maybe you got excited about the future of cars. And I know regular combustion engines are going away, but it's inevitable. I mean, that's just something we're going to have to deal with and adapt to. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all later.